We're going to go to the free-to-play account. I don't think I heard your opinion on X23, and she's fine. I'm not as high up on her as a lot of people are. But I think she's a good character.
Where is that fool Sinister?
I've yet to be impressed by her. She's adequate. She's good in her team. She does cool stuff, but at no point was I like, wow. Iceman, congratulations, man. Alright. So what we're gonna do here... You pissed off Remen? I always piss off Remen. Can someone give me an uptime? Thank you. 58.4. Thank you so much. Okay. So I'm gonna do my, we're gonna call it week, what is it, week 19? So it's week 19.3, right? Because of how many days it's been since Friday that I missed that ring. We're just gonna kind of go over the account and talk about it. We're gonna do it live. This way I can upload it later to YouTube. So, over the week, I wasn't able to play much, but I was able to play, right? I did, how much did I do here? Okay. Decent amount here. Is this a 4? All right. 4s are problematic for me. I can't quite... I don't have the investment right now to pull off a consistent 4. Yeah. It's very sad news. But thank you, Barry. I appreciate that. So... My rocket needs a lot more in order to be as reliable a damage dealer. So I have to, for now, in order to do D3.3, U6.3, easy. 4 is becoming a little bit more difficult. So instead, I'd also like a little bit more on Minerva. I'm doing this. I do, Courier. I think that if any of those $1.99 50 shard offers, I think that they are phenomenal purchases regardless of like unless you have that character maxed out, if you have the means, I would recommend buying all of them. Any of them. They're all phenomenal. $4 will save you, I can't even stress how much time, how much energy to get 100 character shards, let alone the fact that Black Panther is a great character and he's incredibly useful for the Red Star event. No. No, I'm never gonna have a 7 Red Star. My roommate just pulled a 7 Red Star Ghost Rider. That was hilarious. Texted me while I was gone, too. There's no incentive to not start Dark Dimension 2. But... unless you have to invest in those characters. Then wait like 2 days. I would never buy a 7 Red Star upgrade. Not a single one. Biggest waste of... There is no reason to buy one of those, a 7-star upgrade, in lieu of having multiple 6 stars. Doesn't exist. Yo, my Minerva just keeps dying. Like, every time. Right. Yeah, I will never buy a 7 Red Star promotion. There is no character at 7 star that's better than a character going from 5 to 6. Doesn't exist. That's hilarious, Barry. Ravager Stitcher is my only 7. Pew! She never lets me live it down. You're dead now. Okay. I mean, Black Panther is a 100 shard unlock. So if you buy one of the offers, you will unlock him and be 48 shards closer to the 80 you need to 4-star. If you buy both of the offers, you will have a 4-star with a pretty good progress on a 5-star. So, should you buy the offer? It's the best value you're going to see. Do you need to buy that offer? Not really. You'll eventually get him, but it's $1.99 for. I'd rather you spend the $2 to $4 to get 150 or 100 character shards now than, if you can afford it, obviously. Then, oh wait, speaking of, Blue Rooster's here. Look what I'm ready for. What? I literally just updated it. I'm not kidding. It was on at the beginning of the stream. I can't. This game's not real. I literally just updated. Anyway, I think it's worth buying. I had to reinstall? Yeah. Victim 1 can wait till I get a team of 6-star from random orbs. Better to farm more teams to 5 than rush to 6-star team. That statement can't be quantified. That statement can't be quantified. The rewards you like, Dark Dimension 1 is something you have to accomplish. Doesn't have to be accomplished immediately, but it has to be. You have to do it. Like, that's it. So, what you're farming for is what's relevant. Like, is it better to have more 5-star teams than 6-star characters? Yes, it's better to get more legendaries than that, than have any team at 6-star. But the rewards from Dark Dimension 1 are incredibly good. Now, if you have the characters you already need for Dark Dimension 2, you can delay it. I'm not doing well here. I'm just going to quit and deal with this later. Yeah, U6.4 is slightly outside of my power scheme. Like, I haven't invested enough in the characters to be able to pull it off. U6.3 has been fine, and anything lower than that was easy. But Rocket doesn't do enough damage where he is, and I'm not going absolutely nuts farming these guys right now. Now, I'm working on Thor in the raid store because I don't think I'm going to reliably get access to Sabretooth. And I think he's far enough away that it's silly for me to farm him. Like, he's not 4-star. If he was 4-star, I'd buy it. But I can't quite pull the trigger on Sabretooth farming. 1, he's impossible to come by. And 2, it's unlikely. So, my Magneto line... Hold on, let's open some more tech orbs. Ooh. That statement's not true. I think if you bring Wolverine into Dark Dimension 1, you're just asking for punishment. I think that there's a justification for bringing in a correct team for Dark Dimension 1. The people who beat Dark Dimension 1 easily used either Fury Shield, the Defenders, or the Guardians. Those are the guys who walked through Dark Dimension 1. Everyone else spent 9 months doing it. And that's an exaggeration, of course. But I do think that building a team for Dark Dimension 1 is good as long as it's a complete team. Yeah. If your Wolverine is over 20k power and you haven't unlocked Phoenix, your life has led to travesty. Like, things have gone very poorly for you. Someone gave you bad advice. August, I'm using Hela, Minerva, Shield, minions. I just got Yo-Yo. Yes. Yes. Yes, she is. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Yo-Yo's great. Yeah. The reason I recommend the Guardians, who should I focus for Dark Dimension 2? The most efficient team that you can use in Dark Dimension 2. The most efficient in that everyone should be able to access them in some way, shape, or form is Star-Lord, Minerva, Invisible Woman, and then 2 characters that you intend on using for the rest of the game. That's it. Yeah, of course they will, Fortnite. The reason I say Minerva is because as of today, anyone who's playing this game is going to unlock Minerva. So if you are starting to play this game as of right now, congratulations, you've just unlocked Minerva. That's it. Everyone is getting a free Minerva this month. So after this month, or for people starting in the next couple of days, might not be as easy. But everybody is getting a free Minerva. Everybody. Even if you missed the last 10, I'm pretty sure it was at 10, 20, 30, 45. Yeah, you don't even need this one. You can start right now. You are guaranteed to get Minerva. So now, I can say that anyone who has started before July should have no qualms, questions, or issues bringing Minerva into Dark Dimension 1. Dark Dimension 2. Apologies. Dark Dimension 2. Nobody. No excuses. No argument. 2-star, doesn't matter. I use the 2-star, no red. 1,006 person to complete it. And that's if you started. If you started any time before this, this isn't Hela. This isn't CM. Anybody. Well, yeah, but it's a terrible month to start for Symbiote Spider-Man. You don't have the gold. You're not going to unlock him. I started the event when Symbiote Spider-Man came out. I didn't unlock him on the first pass. I got like 60 shards. Yeah, everyone gets Minerva. There's no excuse. So right now, I can say in all certainty, for the next... anyone who's been playing this game for any amount of time, Minerva's your option. That's it. No question. No, that's it. So these are the guys I'm farming right now. Star-Lord, Symbiote Spider-Man, IW, and Hela. And Minerva? Yeah, team's fucking dope. Team's great. Oops, sorry. What are you? Hela, Minerva, Carnage, Symbiote Spider-Man, and CM. Well, if you have Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage, that team is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, team sounds great. CM is the one I would say no, and there's only one reason. I don't think you need CM at the cost of what it takes to upgrade her, because I think you want to use those adamantiums on Ultron. That said, she's fine. It'll just take you longer to gear tier 13 Ultron. The faster you can gear tier 13 Ultron, the faster you can use Ultron in Dark Dimension, the easier Dark Dimension 2 becomes the second time around. How long will it take to go to DD1 with Guardians at 150k? Week? Maybe. Maybe 150k? Like, less than 7 days or less. I did too. I didn't gear tier 14 Ultron. I don't have Star-Lord. Who would be my 5th? Star-Lord. That's not how it works. You don't... You asked me the best team to use, I gave you the best team to use. If you don't have Star-Lord, your responsibility should be get Star-Lord. You have 90 days to do so. Get Star-Lord. If you have Symbiote Spider-Man, you can use him in Carnage. We're not looking to find the path of least resistance, we're looking to find the smartest path. The smartest path is Star-Lord, Minerva, Invisible Woman, 2 other characters. Tony, given the recent uptick in Scopely actively engaging community putting their FTP-friendly events, how do you feel about this game? I know they still screw up and leave bugs in. I stand by my opinion of this game. This game is one of the best games run by some of the worst developers I've ever experienced. That's it. This game fails at being the game it could be, and while some people are more willing to accept that, I've seen too many games fail and get beaten up by other games that I just don't accept it. I have a pretty high standard for when it comes to what I expect from game developers, and it only changes every time a good game comes out versus a game that's mediocre. Have you played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Of course I have. I still play. I'm a free-to-play player in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is the absolute worst. This game is the second worst. Third worst. DSA is the second worst. But compare, like, you can't compare Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes to this game and then use that as a justification for why this game is good. Like, it's not a justification. Mr. Sinister and Loki. Nice, Nova. Imagine Malik event in MSF. They had that. It was Phoenix. They had that event. It was called Phoenix. They told everybody a team of 5 random-ass characters were required at 5-star in the video, and then they said, by the way, we changed our mind at 6-star now. Yeah. That said, this game is absolutely phenomenal at making a fun game. They're just bad at being game developers. Do you have any advice for going through Dark Dimension 1 with Guardians? As long as you're using... Mantis needs to be dead center. That's the first rule. She needs to heal your primary damage dealer and Groot. Drax is on the far side. What team do you put Mr. Sinister on? Really, any team. Yeah. Dragon Champs is awesome. The game is awesome. The problem is it can't keep whales. And if a game can't keep whales, it can't keep things going. Anyway. I'm preparing Dark Dimension 2. I'm going Thor, Loki, Hela. But who do I want to put with them? I'm guessing Minerva and Shuri, but Scientist Supreme, Star-Lord, and Cap I've been thinking of. Dark Dimension 2. Scientist Supreme is not that great. Okay. The Ram. Give me another 10 minutes when we finish this up, because we're going to do my Dark Dimension 2 timed run as soon as I get this going, and I want to show you guys what team I'm going to use and why I'm going to use it. But I do want to talk about this free-to-play. So, I have audibled relatively hard towards these characters. As you can see, I farm them every day. I'm not double farming right now. Juggernaut's going to be close. I'm farming Storm over Toad because she's more reliable. Oh yeah, absolutely. I keep crushing the Asgardian people. Who are you trying to kill first? On the Ms. Marvel node. Because it's not Groot. It's Scarlet Witch. The trick to beating that node, I'm not kidding. The trick to beating that node is to time Scarlet Witch's spread after a bunch of AoEs so that everyone loses health and then you nuke down Scarlet Witch. You kill weaker characters, so Scarlet Witch loses health, and then you nuke her down in one hit. There's a guide somewhere. Drax gets replaced immediately on that team. Miles and SSM are fine. Drax gets replaced by literally anybody. Either damage dealer. He's good for now, but you don't need the tankiness. Groot is too tanky and he can res. Killing him first is a trap. You want to kill either Ms. Marvel or Scarlet Witch first on that node. So Mystique, Psylocke, what do we have? We have about 12 days before Magneto. It's fair. It's possible. Either way, if I don't get Magneto, we just restart the cycle. I'm gonna have a... And that's fine. I don't need to get Magneto, at least 14. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks is enough for me to get these two guys done. Storm's gonna be a little bit of a pain. Isn't Fury next? I'm fairly confident that Nick Fury is not next. I'm fairly confident that either Nick Fury is going to be retired right now, or he would be right after Magneto and it would be his last event. I don't know if he was quarter 2 or quarter 3 retirement, but I know it's one of those two. Should I play Strax with Negasonic? That's not a 1-for-1. No. Negasonic is not... Negasonic's not an early game character. Negasonic is a... Also, I would never recommend a new character, like a new release character, to be invested in, because you're not going to know how quickly you can farm them in the future. So, it's CM, Hella, Minerva, Spider-Man, and Yo-Yo that I'm running an arena. Team seems great. I like that team. Offense and defense seems fun. One thing I'm noticing is I need to start fine-tuning characters. Like, I really, really want to start working on Rocket, so I might, but Minerva's the one going to Dark Dimension 3. Now, I have plenty of time, right? Let's be clear. I have absolute crazy amounts of time before this. But right now, I'm on the character farm trip. So, Storm is the nightmare. I'm closer to Storm than Toad, I believe. Where's my Toad? Yeah, Toad is 25 of 55, and I can only buy about 1 a day. Maybe. Storm is just closer. And I'm gonna finish Mystique quick enough so I'll be able to double farm her. Am I sure? No, I'm not sure of anything Fox Next does. It's just what I assume is gonna happen. All these 25k guys I want to bring to 35k. Carnage is another example of a character that I really want to put some more juice in, but the long-awaited necessity of improved syringes is starting to kill me. Eighth, 2 days. Or 1 day now, depending on what time you are. That's fair. Good luck. Mostly yes. My issue is I'm not able to blitz as often as I'd like. Yeah. Yeah, dude. How many character shards do you think you can node farm in a week? 21. About 21. I didn't see it. Could you please re-ask it, Bimmy? How many Toad shards can I farm in a week? Well, that depends. How much time am I blitzing? How many Shocker shards you can farm in a week? 0. Shocker's useless. Shocker's node's insane. No, Cerebro didn't make a comment they're looking over it currently. Please stop believing Cerebro, everybody, please. Cerebro's not your friend. He works for Fox Next. I got IW was going to like Magneto. You're free to play. I just got lucky and opened 150 shards of Hella. Should switch over to Black Bolt instead of Magneto. You got a 5-star Hella? You have a 5-star Hella? Can you farm Loki? What's up, Dutch? Bimmy? If you can farm Loki, do it. Make the swap. You have until August, dude. Make the swap. If you think, like, do the math backwards, and that'll tell you how much you have to do. How's Thor? You know, Thor and Sif are the nightmares, right? X-Men or BH, yes. Cerebro, yeah. I'm not saying I hate Cerebro. I'm not saying I don't like Cerebro. I'm saying if you come to me and say Cerebro said, I'm going to respond with Cerebro does not have your best interest in heart. Cerebro's salary is based exclusively on how many people spend money in the game. Cerebro will give you advice that is based exclusively... Well, doing the math... run backwards from time. How many shards do you need? And that'll tell you how many days it'll take you to farm them. So, like, you don't want to over-farm, right, for the Guardians? Especially if you can do a little bit of effort. But, you know, whatever works for you. Yeah. Cerebro does not have your best interest in heart. Cerebro, it's fact. I'm not being mean. I'm sorry. He does not have your best interest in heart. And the fact that people think he does is foolish. Like, he's employed by Foxnext to manage the community, not to help the community. Sure, he does things that are helpful. There's no question about it. He's a good guy. I'm not saying he's not a good guy, but if Cerebro says, everybody start farming Hydra on turn 1, and you choose to do that, you're the fool. I'm telling you a Night Nurse rework is coming. I'm also telling you that a Black Widow rework is coming. I'm also telling you that Red Guardian and Yelena Belova are coming. I'm also telling you that Nick Fury is being retired. I don't think anything. When I think, I say I'm speculating. I think Cerebro realized that the player's best interest is the best interest for the game also. I disagree. Vehemently. I think that oh, you're saying you think that Cerebro, having worked for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, understands the validity of how much a community matters? Correct. But also, I don't think Cerebro knows enough about this game to give qualified assessments. I think Cerebro actually knows significantly less about this game. This is not shade. I don't think Cerebro and Zeeks know about this game. I don't. This is going up as my official Defenseless. His job is to deal with hundreds of Captain Karens? Yes, but that's a job he chose to take. Yeah. If you want to know exactly what situation... Here, let me put this into perspective for everybody. Cerebro did a Let's Play with a very prominent Marvel streamer to show off the X-Force team. The first time around, he chose the X-Force team and he allowed the opponent... I'm sorry. He chose a really strong team and gave his opponent the X-Force, the guy who has no idea how to play the game. So that looked great. And on the second time, he let his opponent have Black Bolt and Phoenix. And then fought them against the X-Force. If you're trying to showcase a team, you don't throw them into the deep end of the ocean and say swim. You don't have to, like, you could kid gloves it a little bit. You know, you can take them against a team you know they'll beat. Hey, look, this team will beat Asgardians. Hey, look, this team will beat Brawlers. Hey, you know, like, it doesn't matter. You want to showcase the team at their highest, and you also don't want to put somebody who has no idea what they're doing. Like, you're using this as a commercial to sell something. You don't have to be honest. You just have to show that the team does something. Buy anything else in the War Store, Big Chill. Buy any other character. I don't know why, but it makes the character show up again. Sell them by showing what they're good at. Yes. Don't have them get their ass kicked by somebody who doesn't know how to play the game, as you don't know how to play the game, and you can't explain it to him. Like, that's all you need to say. Cerebro's a community manager for a game he doesn't play. That's it. And if he says he plays the game in the same way that, like, Remen's children play the game for him. Casually, when he asks them to push a button. He has understanding of certain things of the game because he's sitting in meetings, but he doesn't play the game. No shade against the guy, but, like, let's fucking be honest here. Can't polish a turd. Cerebro says do something, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not doing that. If Cerebro says we have an event coming up, I'll be like, well. Yeah. Getting advice from Cerebro about how to play this game is roughly the same as getting advice from your parents about how to play this game. There's no exact amount. 50 mil is usually... 50 to 55 mil, I think, is, like, everything. But, like, you could probably squeeze by with less. Yes. Try to kill the, shield troopers, but make sure that when you die the first time, because it's gonna happen, Ultron isn't at full health. This way, on the second pass, you kill Ultron, he dies immediately. I love Zeeks. Nothing against Zeeks. That's not their job. Their job isn't to be resources for the community to learn how to play the game. That's our job. Our job. Content creators' job. And guess what? You tell us every day if you agree with us. By 244 people are at least enjoying what I'm saying. That's it. Right now. And I don't know how many thousand people watch my YouTube stuffs. But, like, what I'm saying is helping you. If what I'm saying isn't helpful, eventually you guys are going to make that decision. You guys are going to stop showing up. That's fair, next gen. But the conversation isn't whether or not Cerebro's good at his job. The conversation is whether or not is what Cerebro's job is and what people think it is. That's it. Cerebro's job is to manage the community, not to provide information. People believe Cerebro's job is to do something it's not. Cerebro told people to start with AIM. Let me just put it that way. Cerebro told people to start with AIM. I stand by my opinion. Very simple. AIM is not a starting team. I think that, by definition, it can't be a starting team, as you can't access the characters until you're level... I think 25?
And may God have mercy on your soul.
I've been on vacation for a week. Cerebro told people starting with AIM. And I will go on record to say, starting with AIM is like starting with defenders with extra steps. Should I play Straxoback Panther? I mean, eventually. Yeah, that's probably fine.
The hammer is my penis.
I don't know what to tell you. AIM's a great team. Really are. You want to see my free-to-play AIM account right now? Hey, look. Casually almost unlocked all. They're not a starting team. They're not a starting team. You can't farm Graviton. You're silly for farming AIM Monstrosity. Black Order's the best starting team. Dutch Order. Dutch Order, you been drinking? I hope you have. I like you when you like this, bro. I'm not trying to put you on blast. Yes! I'm so happy. I love you, Dutch. Scientist Supreme? Meh. AIM's, like, this is it. Look. And guess what? I'm not farming them. I'm not gonna. And when I unlock Scientist Supreme or Researcher, whichever one gets unlocked first. I don't even know how you get Researcher. Oh, Arena Store? Never. Okay. Best teams to start with? No question. It's. You want to know the best team in the game right now? All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. Write it down. Best team in the game. Mr. Sinister, Black Bolt, Invisible Woman, Phoenix, Ultron. Best team in the game. Start with that team. No node you can't beat. Get them all 7-star, all 6 red. Minimum. Bullying you because you farmed AR and Arena Star? I am bullying you. The main reason why I have a problem with them as a starting team is they don't do anything for you. Again, they're just the defenders with extra steps. That's it. The defenders don't unlock anything, but you have uses for them. AIM doesn't unlock anything, but there are uses for them. By the time you need to care about AIM, you will have casually unlocked them. AIM is a better team than the defenders, though. Better is an arbitrary statement. First of all, defenders beat AIM. So, you got that. Second of all, I believe that the Defenders team does more for your roster than the AIM team does. I think that there's maybe 1 or 2 characters on the AIM team that are phenomenal. But I think that Defender, what makes Symbiote Spider-Man so good? Everything about him. Literally all of his abilities and his power. I can't really go into detail. He's just one of the best characters in the game. He's a raid god. Infector is the worst, yeah. Why don't you me 2-3 AIM members? Don't you mean 2 to 3 AIM members? AIM security is really good. AIM researchers, they're good characters, but like they're not worth prioritizing. That's it. So when you say they're a starting team, my problem with people starting with the Defenders is not that you're starting with the Defenders, it's that you tend to overinvest in them because it's all about the mindset. This is the mindset I'm trying to break when I say Defenders and AIM aren't the best starting teams, right? This is why. The mindset is, if you start with a team like Defenders or with AIM, you will over-invest in them. You will say, well, they need to be stronger for me to do something. When you over-invest in a team, you're losing your ability to progress your roster wide. And since this game doesn't need 7-starred characters... No, it's not, Dan. Star-Lord, the team doesn't exist without Star-Lord. So when you build characters like AIM, when you build characters like Defenders, hell, when you build characters like Hydra, you're not progressing towards anything. Sure, you're getting value. Sure, there's something you can do with them. Are they fun? Absolutely. What's the best starting team? As of right now, the best team to start farming, the best starting team, or the best team that will pay you the most dividends for the longest period of time, is unlocking the shield characters for completely free to play. Unlocking the shield characters, using them for raids, where you just invest in certain ones of them, but hard farming the Guardians to unlock Star-Lord, because once you unlock Star-Lord, you can do everything. There's nothing in this game you can't do. And if anyone dares mention U7 as something you can't do, if you're asking about what the best starting team is, and the follow-up question is how to get into U7, you don't understand this game well enough to give advice about this game. That's it. I'm sorry to tell you that. You have no understanding of this game. Yeah.
Latveria's massive wealth increases with every prize Doom plunders.
Hello, Rush. Wishing you to farm Guardians. And again, I'm not saying the Guardians are the best team in the game. Never have, never will. I'm saying what you get for farming them is a cosmic team that's very reliable with independent characters that can be used in multiple different game modes on multiple different raids. And the ability to progress meaningfully in Dark Dimension 1 and 2, depending on how much investment you get. If that's not good enough for you, I don't know what else I can say. You know, like, I can't make you make better decisions. Whoever you are. Not you, anyone in particular. I can't make you make better decisions. Do I think AIM is an adequate team? Yes, of course. Unlock them and move on. You will never do better than unlocking legendaries as quickly as you can. That's it. That's the rule. You will never do better than unlocking legendaries as quickly as you can. Because legendaries are a problem. They require you to be at a certain point to do a certain thing. I have said multiple times, and I will continue to say, BKT can beat Dark Dimension 2. Yeah, but you don't even need them. Like, that's the point. Like, you don't even need the full BKT. You just use 2 characters from it, you'll be fine. So here. This is my belief. And this is what I would advise people who I care about. If they'd ask me, hey Tony, how do I succeed in this game? I would say, the priority order for you is unlock Star-Lord, unlock IW and Shuri, unlock Magneto, unlock Black Bolt. Why is that the priority? Because that is the order in which you can reliably start farming all of the characters you need to progress further. You can start farming Star-Lord literally day one. What advice would I give someone I hate? I would tell them to buy Asgardians. That is the worst advice I can give somebody. Buy the Asgardians. Because what it's doing, am I still working on BH? Yes. When you're telling someone to buy the Asgardians, what you're saying is you're pot committing to having to spend a ton of money in order to progress them. Because you cannot reliably farm any of them, and the ones you can farm early are totally not worth farming early. Can you farm Hela in the first 90 days of the game? No. So you're now pot committed into buying Hela. So now I'm making you spend a lot of money. And the same thing, can you farm Loki? Probably not for the first 90 or 100 days. So, no, that's a waste of time. What about Thor? I don't know how many raid credits you think you're getting that early in the game, but it ain't enough in your U5s. So, if they're going to spend a ton of money, yes. If you're willing to spend, if you come to me and say, Tony, people did this to me in DSA all the time. Tony, I got $400. What do I buy? I will tell you exactly. Is Sif a good starting point in the War Store? Not even kind of. Not even kind of. The best thing you can probably farm in the War Store... Keith, that depends on if you're spending money or not. If you're spending money, if you're willing to spend money to make up for it, I would recommend getting a 6-star good team for Dark Dimension 1. Like, specifically, like, Star-Lord. But even then, the defenders are totally adequate. Farm Bruiser for Star-Lord and War Store? I bought him a couple times. I'm not proud of it. Yeah, it depends if you have SSM. If you have SSM, then farming Carnage is, like, the best thing you can do. If you don't have SSM, he's useless. Especially at 3-star. And again, that's not saying you're wrong for buying the Asgardians. But if I cared about somebody, I wouldn't put them on a path of spending the most money. You know, like, that's not going to help anybody. That's only going to help Fox next, and it's going to make them continue to put out garbage offers. If you just unlock War Store, what should you farm gear? I'll show you my War Store if you guys haven't seen it before. Hey, look, it's my war credits. Am I being carried in war? Nope, I have weeks of video proving I'm not. I just didn't spend it. I have not spent a single war credit because none of the characters in the War Store progressed me towards my goals of Invisible Woman and Star-Lord. Except Ravager Bruiser, and I still regret doing it, but it doesn't matter. The next time Star-Lord comes around, he's 6-star. Like, that's done. Like, it's over now. I missed him by a day because of my flight. Stuff, you know, shit happens. What are you gonna do? Me now? Why do I have all these war credits? I have no fear of Dark Dimension. Dark Dimension 2. None. I'm gonna get it. Am I buying characters occasionally? Yeah. Should I buy Pyro? I can afford to make a purchase of Pyro right now. I can afford to do that. I have plenty of value. Also, I do have a rule where if it will rank up a character or, like, come reasonably close, it'd be fine. No, I'm not gonna buy Nobu. I'm not even gonna use Nobu to unlock Phoenix, dude. That's not true. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But this right here, I cannot tell you how many times I've bought these things in the store because I'm able to find it. Also buy blue gear? Never. I have never touched blue gear in this store, and I have no intention of starting. Blue gear is exclusively purchased out of the gold store. Never. Nobu or Hand Assassin for Phoenix? Nobu has a node, doesn't he? Or did they move him off that node? I forgot. Hand Assassin does more damage. Nobu has both? Then yes, farm Nobu so you can accidentally buy him. That'd be fair. I believe it. Yeah, Nobu is an early villain farm, that's right. Alright, guys. No, I won't be getting IW. I skipped her. I'm trying to go for Magneto. Shocker is way too hard to come by. Had I not tried to push for a 6-star Star Word, I would have had it, but like my Shocker and Green Goblin are too far away. Like, too far. Even so much so that I couldn't win. Where are you in arena discount? I haven't played all week, so I'm like 500 or so, give or take. Yeah, this is the free-to-play account. That's pretty much it. Now I could beat any team. Where is it? Let's go. Let's beat a team. Oh, someone knocked me down at the last minute. You. Oh god, this team doesn't exist. Alright. Cool. Yeah, like there's no team that's a problem for me. Blitz, you should target farm a character first. So if you wanna unlock Star Wars as quickly as possible, target farm Mantis. After target farm Mantis, target farm Rhino, then you can open Blitz Orbs all you want. Blitz Orbs are, or do what I do, which is target farm one character, buy another one, or buy a Blitz Orb, like just 1 and 1 every time. Depends on how much you're doing from Blitz. And raids is target farm every time. I wouldn't buy Toad. I wouldn't recommend early buying Toad. Who's the 5th person you're taking for BH? Storm, probably. Who do I kill first? Oh, it's always Hella. Bye, Hella. Could you make an argument for it? No. Because you can't farm Blob yet. The real reason why is because you can't farm Blob yet. And Toad is not better. Toad is not a better option. That might change. I might reassess that. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Chris? Silthanis 7-starred. Use the 7-star Phoenix to get a 6 and 7-star Magneto. He just didn't care about Magneto. Again, unlocking the legendary, so it's really going to depend on where they make Blob. Oh, just 7? I think it's 6. Okay. Oh, I forgot I can actually do these. Hold on, please. I totally forgot I could do this. Hey, Adopted. Sub noob. I actually think Blob is going into the arena store. I would like him to go into the raid store. But I think Blob's going into the arena store. Correct. And if Foxnex followed any logical progression system, I don't buy the I don't even touch them, dude. If Foxnex followed a logical progression, I would say yes, that would make sense. Foxnex doesn't place things based on any priority. They place things based on where they think characters will generate the most money for them. So Toad being in Blitz store is incentive to make people blitz, right? That's it. He's okay. Blob going into the arena store pulls the pool from people who would normally be farming early. And it would split farm between Blob and Juggernaut. What I would prefer if he went to the raid store, but I suspect he's actually going into the arena store. Just a hunch. Blob wouldn't go to the war store. People would buy Blob. Characters go in the war store if they are on one of two sides of the spectrum. Incredibly necessary characters like great characters, or on the other side, characters you need for something but would normally not buy. Nobu, Pyro, like, what's her name? Sif. The characters that you need for something, but aren't good enough that you would buy them. That's the two spectrums for the War Store. What about Merc Sniper then? Well, there's also chaff in every store. Graviton falls in the Sinister line, the other side. Amazing characters that you absolutely positively will buy. That's the raid store. Now, compare the value of characters in the War Store to the value of every other character in every other store, and tell me which store has better characters. Oh, wait. Which store has the access to the best characters in the game? I'll give you one hint. It ain't Blitz. Arena does not have the best characters in the game. Arena has... Stitcher unlocks a legendary. Raid store? Name 3 good characters in the raid store. Nothing to do with unlocks. Just 3 good characters.
Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket? War Machine's not a great character.
Oh, you want great? Sorry.
Yeah. 3 great characters in the raid store. Rocket Raccoon is a great character. Thor's not a great character. Yeah.
I gotta look at the orb.
You are very low. Sick, yeah. War Store just has like characters that people would like, characters people want for one reason or another go into the War Store. Characters, because there's no random orbs in the War Store. You have to do well in war to buy them. Raid, they'll put anybody in a raid store. It don't matter. So Magneto is not worth the farm then? He is. Sabretooth? I have a giant Sabretooth. I still don't think he's that worth it. Cyclops to the War Store? You're insane. Cyclops is not even kind of going to the War Store. Cyclops would be purchased, but he's not that important. Cyclops is like prime raid store candidate. Cyclops is Namor levels of raid store candidate. And that's assuming we're getting that low. Nah, we're not getting Milestone Orb Cyclops. Who's the best Sinister Six character? Rhino? Yes, this is very clearly free to play. As I do not have to unlock Invisible Woman on my main account. My 7 million account might have a 7-star resin. Invisible Woman. Yeah, Cyclops goes to raid store. That makes most sense to me. You do not need Blob under any circumstances to unlock Magneto. You do not need him to be a part of the Brotherhood team. He is a good option. You do not need Cyclops, but he is dope. Cyclops will go to raid store. Yes, of course I am. I don't need to do anything for this fight. Same with Coulson, though. Coulson is... Yes, but Coulson was a different type of milestone than Cyclops was. And honestly, if you literally never unlock Coulson, it won't affect your game at all. He's a war defense character. It's irrelevant. Cyclops is still a fun character. OG Brotherhood is still a good team? Exactly. Why does everyone have a giant Sabretooth? Because Sabretooth's dope. You're right, Saigon. Viable? For what? Cyclops is useless. All of the X-Men are useless without Phoenix. Now that I've said that, I'm going to repeat it for the people in the back that are going to say, but Cyclops. And I'm going to be like, no. Not Cyclops, Colossus. No. All of the X-Men are useless without Phoenix. With Phoenix, all of the X-Men are amazing. That's it. Conversation's over. So is Cyclops viable? Do you have a Phoenix? Yeah. Then go have fun. Yes, it would, Nachan. Yo-Yo's a great character. Yo-Yo's one of the best characters in the game. There's so many people that think they think Colossus is a good character. He's not. He's fine with Phoenix. That's it.
He's like the greatest tank, bro.
Not even kind of. He's not even. He's. With Phoenix, he is one of the best tanks in the game. Maybe even the best.
You're confusing him wrong.
Without Phoenix, Colossus is useless. Psylocke is okay with brawlers. I use Psylocke with my brawlers. Psylocke's okay. Cyclops slaps? No, you don't. Symbiote Spider-Man? I actually suspect they're going to take CM out of Milestone Orbs. I think they're going to put her in some store. And I think they're going to put Coulson in CM's old spot and Symbiote Spider-Man in Coulson's spot. What's up, MB? Storm is useful for U7 nuking nodes. Storm's got uses. Yeah, but I said the X-Men team. I would accidentally unlock Nick Fury. That's my answer. I would accidentally unlock Nick Fury. Cyclops? Yeah, Native had a 6 red star Cyclops, and man, he worked real hard on that dude. I still have pictures of his Cyclops because he kept sending them to me. What about Rescue in the Blitz Orb? We don't talk about Rescue. I'll show you the Rescue on my main account. Give me a sec. Alright, we're gonna open the red star and we're gonna call this, I'm sorry, the Miles... Mega Orb. We're gonna open the Mega Orb. Will they remove her soon? I thought they would, but no, apparently they're just gonna leave her in that terrible thing. We're just gonna have the curse of Rescue. Oh, 2 Mega Orbs. What? What are we calling, guys? For the record, if it's any Hela, if it's... I think I'm missing like 10 Hela shards. So if it's any Hela, we are just stopping everything. Everything we're doing, we're stopping, and we're going straight for Black Bolt. Sin 6 just to spite you. If it's 100 Shocker, I'd need to get 100 Shocker and 100 Green Goblin, and then I can get a 5-star. No. I need to get 200 drops in order to unlock Invisible Woman. Toad would be great. Psylocke would be great. There's a lot of characters that... Basically, right now, a lot of characters would be phenomenal for me. They can't get Merc Sniper in this. 100 Shocker and 50 Goblin? That'd be hilarious. No, it would be 100 Goblin and 50 Shocker. This way I could never farm it. Venom would be nice. Wasp still in there? Oh god, let's see who's in here. There are a lot of mediocre characters. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, Corvus and Proxima wouldn't be great. Blob would be kind of a tease. I wouldn't be happy necessarily with Blob. I don't think I could farm him. Karnak? Get out of here. Psylocke. There's a lot of good characters in here. There's a lot of good characters. Alright, let's see. Okay. Sure. Like, okay.
Yeah, get that War Machine. Yeah, get that War Machine. Dude, such a good character, bro.
Yeah. Just because I was shit talking him. Oh, that's amazing. Act like I ain't gonna have a 5-star War Machine. Act like I'm gonna have a problem with that. Oh, there was no better way to end that. There was
like
no
a better version of Punisher, bro.
Oh, that was so good. That was beautiful, man. Go buy the shards in the raid store. Was he in my raid store? If he's in my raid store, no, he's not. Okay. Hey, man. I just got 150 War Machine shards. Do you know how much not farming that's gonna take off my War Machine later? Drop everything and farm PA? Get out of here. No chance. No chance. No way.
30 buys from the raid store?
Play War Machine by Bush? I can't. Twitch rules. How's Magneto farm going? It's fine. Doesn't feel great. Yeah, had I pulled 100 Hella shards, I'd immediately been like, we're doing it, guys. We're getting there. Defenseless no longer powerful now. Hold on, let's look at my power armor real quick. By the way, guys, I need you to see it. It's important. What's power armor?
It starts with P.
And then somewhere there's a vision. Oh my god. Alright. These are all tech characters. We are not living in a world where I'm doing tech characters right now. Like, I don't know if you know this, but Minerva is a tech character. As is Star-Lord. And they both need to be 13. Powerless stream. Armorless. Unarmed. That's the next one. Unarmed. Unarmored. That's hilarious. Wait, did my thing change? Oh, I've been alerted by my free-to-play alliance that my lane has changed. Oops. I should probably check that more often. War Machine is going to be another free war win? Yeah, just War Machine, though. How far are you from Vision? What do you mean? I have a Vision. Yeah. This is how free-to-play... Have I farmed a day of him? Of course not. Nor will I ever try to.
Nobody has ever farmed Vision.
Not farm. I didn't farm Vision on my main account. What do you think I'm a farm on my free-to-play account? No, he's done. He's 3-star. I'll get him to 7-star casually. I'm not even gonna have it close to that. Who's your raid team, Tony? Depends on the raid. But I'm using some hybrid teams right now because I don't want to work on Rocket. My resources are very meaningful right now, and I need to save them for Minerva and Star-Lord. Hold on, please. War supplies? What? It's almost like saving all these materials has helped me. Why would I gear the power armor? I'm not an idiot. What? War supplies? Isomers? Free-to-play arena? I haven't been playing a lot, but I'm like, I hold my top 500 every day. I just don't do anything. I just win every fight I do, but I'm only doing 2 fights a day, so like... Imagine if I cared. Like, imagine if this was my main account. What's wrong with Rocket? I'm not using him for Dark Dimension, and I'd rather bring up the characters that I'm using in Dark Dimension first. Why do I hate everything you love? That's fair. Am I out of gamma radiation? I didn't even know that was possible. 0 gamma radiation? How is that possible? You could run out of gamma radiation? Is that a thing? Yeah. Alright, so that's it. So, this Friday's stream, we're going to hopefully have made some meaningful progress on these 2 characters. These guys will obviously be 3-star. So, the only other options I have regarding the Magneto is Sabretooth, which I don't think I can reliably farm him. I'm not doing Dark Dimension 1, I'm doing Dark Dimension 2 first. I'm skipping Dark Dimension 1 and going straight to Dark Dimension 2. Dark Dimension 2 is Star-Lord, Hela, Symbiote, Spider-Man, Minerva, and I haven't made a decision on the 5th yet. Any more Raid Shadow Legends streams? Probably not. Oh, I'm not quitting the stream. I'm just ending my free-to-play stream. So, can someone hit me with an uptime, please? I just want to make sure I get the clip out so I can put it on YouTube. But that's it for free-to-play. We're going to do Dark Dimension 2 speedrun, yeah. Cool. So, it was about an hour and 18 minutes. Give or take. Okay. So, now we are done with the free-to-play. We'll just